Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Needville Global Methodist Church YouTube channel. Hope you're having a great week. We are finishing up our weekly study this week with the 7 principles for making marriage work. That's at least the title of the book that this here series is based on by a gentleman by the name of John Gottman, Dr. John Gottman. It's a wonderful book. The link in the description will take you to the Amazon page where you can actually purchase or download the book. I highly encourage it. It is something that I give to all married couples when I do the premarital counseling. And even if I wasn't the one who married the couple, it is a book that I continually push to all married couples to help them have a healthy and successful marriage. Now, as we've been talking about, this whole series is not just for our married couples, but for anyone who is looking to have an intimate, close relationship with anyone. Rather, the marriage covenant is going to be part of that relationship or not. We as humans need to have those intimate relationships with someone else if we are going to grow and become the people that we're supposed to be. So I encourage you to use these lessons and that kind of thing to build that kind of a relationship with someone in your life so that you can really be the person that you're supposed to be. Before we get into the lesson for today, I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button on the video, hit the like button on the video so the video can get sent out to as many people as possible. And since this is the last video in this series, I encourage you, use the comment section down below to let me know what you'd like to hear about, what you'd like to see done on this channel as far as Bible study / book study on Wednesday afternoons. I am putting together something new starting next Wednesday, but if I get a number of comments down below, I'll certainly start looking that direction instead. I always want to make sure that whatever is here is something that is helpful and and builds up the community that is here on our YouTube channel. So please use the comment section below. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, what questions you might have, something, a topic or something else you'd like to hear me talk about or go into for our Wednesday afternoon Bible studies. So please use the comment section for that. Now, today we're going to get into the 7th principle, the last principle. And in all fairness, it's one of those things where all of the other principles have been building up to this one. And so at some level, this last principle might sound like, oh, we really didn't need that one, right? Because it fits so well. If you were doing the other 6, you would almost have to do number 7. But as you know, and as I know, and as anyone who's ever been in any kind of relationship that's like a marriage knows, if you're not intentional about things, they're not going to get done. If it's not on the forefront of your mind, it's going to be pushed away. If you don't focus on it, then it doesn't happen, right? And so that's what this 7th principle is all about. This 7th principle is called creating a shared meaning. All right. Now, as I've said in the past number of weeks, I want to incorporate the scriptures with what we're doing. And for this one, I want to go back to a particular scripture lesson of 1 Thessalonians. It says, encourage one another, build each other up, right? Now, the bottom line for all of this is the fact that this 7th principle is all about creating that unified life with each other, right? As I said, every other principle has really been trying to get you to that point, right? Turning towards each other, all that kind of stuff is all about being brought into that one life. But Jesus tells us the same thing. A man will leave his family and become one with his wife, right? They will have one flesh, one life between the two of them. So when we talk about creating shared meanings, we talk about the fact of truly making this one life shared by two people. All right. It's not enough to say, okay, well, my wife and I sat down and we want to make a good family home with and raise good Christian kids, and that's a shared goal. No, that's hopefully that's everyone's goal, right? What we're talking about here is creating intentional things that bring about meaning to the person's life. I'll give you an example. Say you're the husband, all right? You know that your wife loves going and seeing Broadway plays, and maybe that's not your cup of tea, right? There's some guys, I myself love musicals, but there's some people that's just like, oh, I have to watch this again, right? It's fine that everyone's entitled to their own tastes and opinions and whatnot. But her birthday's coming up, and you see that Wicked is playing near you. And so as a surprise and as a birthday, you plan out an entire evening dedicated to celebrating her birthday with something that she loves to do. You create a memory. You create a shared meaning, a shared memory where your lives intertwine with each other. Same goes the other direction, right? Maybe you're the wife and you know that your husband really enjoys hunting. Not your cup of tea, right? You much prefer to wait at home and let him bring home the kill, right? But yet again, it's a special day, anniversary, or something special's happening. Putting together something like that is something that shows that you not only care about the other person, but you know the other person. See, therein lies the thing. It's knowing the other person. Anyone can go to the jewelry store and buy a really expensive necklace. Anyone can go to the grocery store and get a really nice bouquet of flowers. It takes that intimate relationship to know that the person enjoys this particular activity and enjoys that kind of flower or that kind of jewelry. I'll give you a really good example from my personal experience here. My wife has never been someone who loves having a lot of fancy jewelry. It's never been her thing, which makes my pocketbook very happy. But one of the most important pieces of jewelry that she has is a ring that she wears. I got it a number of years back for an anniversary gift. Now, you probably sitting there thinking, well, Roger, you just got a ring for an anniversary from a jeweler. That sounds pretty, bland and easy and didn't have a lot of thought. Somewhat, you're right. But there were two things that I did to make sure that that piece of jewelry was special, and not because of the metal, the precious metal that it was made of, or not because of the precious stones that were in it, but because of how it was made. I found a jeweler in Houston that specialized in custom jewelry. And then I had my oldest son help me design the ring. And we made a ring that had 4 gemstones on it, denoting each of our birth months for me, my wife, and our 2 boys. She wears it everywhere she goes. It's something that I knew was important to her, because knowing that her child, her oldest, had a hand in creating and making this piece, knowing that it is connected to our family. It's not just a piece of metal with some stones in it. It is a piece of who we are as a family. Now, that's what I'm saying. This last piece, as I said, it's bits and pieces of all the other things. If you do all the other things, you will do this one. But if you're not focused on it, it's going to deteriorate less and less and less. And so my call to you is today, as you're listening to the seventh principle, think about it. When was the last time you did something that created a memory that brought yours and your spouse's lives together to the point where they were one? If you're having a hard time thinking about that time, it's been far too long. Schedule a trip, find something to do, find something that the two of you can enjoy together. That is what this whole thing is all about, making your lives come together and join together. You want to have a successful marriage, you want to have a happy marriage, do all these principles, and you'll end here with wanting and desiring one life shared by two.